12:04 on my clock. Hello, everyone. Everybody can hear me? Perfect. Let me turn on the music. I have my fan going on today because it gets really warm. I've been practicing this sequence, so it gets a little bit more intense. So if you do have a fan and you want to set it up, feel free to do it. Today's class might be a little bit more moving, even though we have a really hot weather outside. Hopefully you guys are staying cool indoor. So I'll start the music. So let me know if you can hear. If the music's not there, that's okay too. Hey, welcome everyone. This is a Tuesday yoga. Perfect. My name is Eva. Those of you who haven't met me yet, I teach on Tuesdays in a math building. So hopefully once we get back, I might see some of you there. As I said today, for today's class, you will need 2 blocks, or maybe if you have a big pillow strap or a chair. You might need a chair for one of the moves. So if you have some small chair around you, just bring it closer. And as I said, today is a little bit more movie. So if you need to take a break, feel free to do that. There's always a child's pose for those of you who feel like you need to catch your breath. I'll try to do different levels, so you can always choose which one you prefer. And I still have my wrist somewhat not functioning well, so sometimes you'll see me in a puppy instead of a downward dog, but feel free to be in a downward dog and do anything a little bit more intense if you like than what I'm doing. So let's get started. Today's class will start in our child's pose. So I want you to get comfortable. If you like sometimes having a pillow or a block behind between your heels and your glutes, that helps. And we're going to simply lean forward, forehead on the floor, and your hands can be either reaching forward gently, but no strength or no effort in your hands. Just let them relax, or you can bring them behind, so next to your feet, and relax here. Forehead on the floor. And we're going to take a few breaths in here, just noticing our breath, tuning into our body for a moment. We're going to notice how we feel without any judgment, simply noticing, and start paying attention more to your breath. Feeling the belly pushing into your thighs on inhales, and creating more space as you exhale. Just let everything relax. Nothing has any tension in it. Relax your jaws, your eyebrows. Let the shoulders just sink down towards the floor. Hips down towards your heels. And we'll spend here another 7 nice long breaths. Try to make them even and as long as it's comfortable. Also, I would like you to see if you can contain your breath more into your belly and your lower ribs than breathing all the way into your shoulders. Just nice, simple, deep breath, wide breath. Think of the breath being wide instead of deep. So widening your belly and your lower ribs with inhale. They come back together on an exhale. Last breath. And then you're slowly going to start walking your hands forward. Maybe lifting your forehead, looking forward towards the front of your mat. And you're going to reach the fingertips as far as you can. Shifting the hips as far back towards behind you and your fingertips reaching forward. Feeling the stretch in your armpits and your arms. Keep on breathing deeply into that belly. And on your next inhale, you're gonna slowly start walking your hands to the right. Keep that length in your arms. Reach to the fingertips. Hips are staying back. So your tailbone is reaching to behind you as far as it can. Let's stay here for another 3 nice long breaths. Maybe you feel a little bit less tension as you're holding that pose. Feeling the body releasing the tightness. On your next exhale, coming back slowly through the center and inhale to the left. And again, keep the length in your arms. Keep reaching through the fingertips. Hips sit back. Don't let the hips come up. Reach and breathe and settle in. 3 breaths. Try to really exhale and relax. And on your next exhale, slowly walk your hands back to the center. And then slowly walk yourself up so you sit on your heels. If you need to modify in any way by putting the pillow underneath your hips or sitting cross-legged, that's fine too. You're gonna be here, we're gonna warm up our shoulders. So we'll do big circles today. So arms reach up and over. Let's do 6 in each direction. So really feel the shoulder joint warming up here. And be gentle and kind too. So only go as big as you can safely do. Come forward, 6 forward. Just warming up into the shoulders and our hips, so when we start moving a little bit more, there's some more fluid going on so you don't feel so tight. Hands are reaching towards your shoulder blades, crossing and giving yourself a hug. Nice, maybe round your spine here a little bit, pull in the belly. And on an inhale, we're gonna open up nice wide. Push your chest forward. Keep those ribs in though. Don't let them pop open. Come back for the other way. So holding onto your shoulder blades. It's like a cat cow in a way with your spine, but you're adding the arms to it. So opening up. And exhale, hug yourself. Stretch through the spine and the muscles between your shoulder blades. And open. Now you squeeze those muscles between your shoulder blades, opening through your chest. Last one. Nice big arms. Stretch those chest muscles. And then come back down. Perfect. Maybe a little bit of shoulder movement if you need. And then come onto your hands. We're going to come into a tabletop. Here we're going to have the wrist underneath our shoulders, hips are slightly apart, knees are slightly apart underneath your hips. And we're going to gently shift our weight forward over those wrists and come back. So we're, again, warming up through our wrists here a little bit. Push your weight forward. Come back down. So back and forth a few more times. Inhale. Exhale, sit back. I want you to pull in the belly. So be aware of your core. And see if you can just gently use it while you're moving and stretching through your wrists here. Last one. Gently lean forward and come back. Now this is a little bit more intense. Stretch for your wrists and your back of your forearms. So if this is too much, feel free just not to sit back too far or just don't do it. I'm going to do it with one hand only. I want you to walk your knees a little bit closer to your hands. So your fingers are coming towards your knees. And then you gently sit back. We're stretching the whole front or the bottom or under the forearm. Feeling a nice gentle stretch. It shouldn't be painful. Just gentle, breathe into it depending on how stiff. And if you're working on a computer, you definitely want to be stretching through those parts of your body, and then gently release. Sit back onto your heels and then maybe make some circles. Or move again, whatever feels like wants to move or needs to be moved. Your body usually tells you. All right, we're going to come back into a tabletop. And this time we're going to warm up our hips. So I want you to start doing either some wiggle side to side, or you can start doing circles. But once you get into the circles, I want you to use your spine as well. So you'll be most likely working with the lower back and the mid part of your spine. So do a little bit of a cat-cow-like movement as you move one way and then do the other direction. And again, it's not a whole spine, it's just the lower part, the lower back, and your hips circling as big as you like. And then stop movement, perfect. So here, I'm going to do this one first. So this is a time when you will need your chair. If you don't have two blocks or a big pillow. And we're going to go back into stretching through our backs here. So I want you to have your blocks set up like this in front of you, like a little wall on a higher setting. And we're going to walk our knees a little bit further back. I want you to place your forearms onto the block or your pillow. And they should be your shoulder width apart. So not too close. One log is not going to be good enough. So see if you can get another book or something. And then we're going to walk our feet a little bit further back. And then we're going to push your forehead down towards the floor so your hands are above your head. If you're using a chair, same thing. You're just going to be on your knees. And you're going to hang down so your head is below your arms. And that's why we need a chair. Or if you don't have a chair, you have a couch or a table that you can go to. You can do that standing as well. Just a little bit stretch. Let's stay here for another 3 rounds of breath. So if you're on the floor, your forehead is touching, your hips are high. If you are at a table, you just simply stand back and hold on. Make sure that your head is below your arms. Keep that nice long breath going. And then slowly lift yourself up or step away from your chair or your table and come back to the mat. Perfect. You're going to go back into a tabletop. So I want you to constantly be pulling the belly button in, engaging your core. And this time you're going to move through your right hand, right leg. So on your next inhale, I want you to pull the knee in, round the back. Hold it here for a moment. And then slowly push the heel back towards the back wall, stretch the leg out, and then lift it. When you lift the leg, I don't want you to be letting the core go. So the spine stays neutral. I don't want you to be arching into your back. Coming back in. So we only come here, around the spine, bring the knee over to your chin, and then stretch the leg out, reach through the heel, and then lift it up. Use your glute. Come back in, round, push the heel back, straighten that spine and keep it straight. Don't let it go. Last one in. Through the heel, push towards the back wall, and then lift up. Let's hold it here. So pull in the belly button, making sure that you're not arching into your back. Pull in the belly, hold the leg out there. Hold it. Feel the glute working here. Squeeze your glute. Hold it, hold it. And then slowly in your next exhale, crossing the left leg. Toes touch the floor as far as you can go. Inhale, you grow a little bit taller through your spine. And exhale, you look at your toes. So toes are tucked under. On the floor, you're looking at them. 3 breaths. And then slowly lifting the leg up. And exhale, back center. Lowering the leg down. Maybe do a little bit of a hip movement if you need to, it feels good. And we're gonna come to the other side. So again, on our first move, we're gonna bring the knee in towards our chin, round the back. And as you exhale, push through the heel back like you're pushing somebody away. Straighten the spine and lift the leg up. So inhale, exhale here. And inhale, slowly lift. Stretch the leg out, don't let the spine change. Inhale, this is the only time that the spine is rounded. Then it goes nice and straight. Lift, feel the glute working. Last one here, pull it in. Now you're gonna hold it there. Flex the foot, reach through the heel, like someone's pulling it away from the rest of your body. Pull in that belly button, don't arch the lower back, don't sink in here. Make sure that nice straight back here. Holding in one more breath. And then crossing the leg, tapping the floor. Inhale, stretch that spine a little bit more forward, so crown of your head is reaching forward. And as you exhale, you turn sideways, look at your toes. Breathe, feeling the stretch on your sides. Last breath. And then lifting the leg up on an inhale, exhale, come back center, and gently lower the leg down. Perfect. We're gonna come into our first downward dog or a puppy, which means that you're staying on your forearms. So do whatever feels good. I'm coming onto my forearms. But I want you to spread your fingers as wide as you can. Push the palms into the floor. Curl your toes under. And then traction the fingers forward. Like they are glued to the floor, but you're trying to move them. Keep that tension in them. Lift the knees off the floor. Feel that hips. Those hips going back towards the wall. And then lift up. Reaching through your tailbone towards the floor. Head is relaxed. Hold it. You can paddle the feet gently. So push one heel down, then the other. Now both feet, push them down. And then slowly lifting the left leg in the air wherever you are. Lift the leg up. And then slowly lower the toes towards your Achilles tendon or your heel. And just step. Pushing the heel down with your toes. Keep tractioning the fingers forward. Release, lift the leg up. Lower, switch the legs. Right leg lifts. And then lower. If you need to take a break in between in a child's pose, feel free to do that. Now the right toes are pushing down the left heel. Both legs lift. Right leg lifts. Lower down. And come onto your knees and into a child's pose. Taking a moment here. And slowly, fingertips back forward. Come into a tabletop. Spread those fingers, curl those toes under, lift through the heel and push. Downward dog. This time, right leg lifts. This is your core work here. So pulling that belly. Keeping the leg up if you can. Shift your weight forward into a plank. Keeping the leg up. Exhale back into that three-legged dog. And this time the knee comes in towards your chin and you hold. 3 breaths. And then push back down. If you need to put the knee down on the floor, feel free to do that. Lower the leg down. Come onto your knees, take a moment. And then slowly coming back up. So you can always come down onto your knees if you need to support, for support. So let's go again, downward dog. Push your hips back. Then stand right, left leg lift. Keeping it lifted, simply shift your weight forward into a plank. Pull that belly in. Exhale, downward dog. Or three-legged dog. And then knee comes in, towards your chin. Hold it here for 3 breaths. Pull it in. Again, knee can be down if you need to. And the last time, lift into a three-legged dog. Foot comes down. And then you gently walk your feet forward towards the front of your mat. You're gonna hang in here for a moment, just relaxing. Maybe settling down our breath a little. And this is the moving part now. So this is the time where we start moving a little bit faster. But again, you can take it at your own pace and modify anything you need to. Relax the head, relax your shoulders. Feeling the stretch through the back of our legs. And then slowly bending into our knees. So sitting down, your hips are low, your belly's on your thighs, and you will need one block. So have one block handy, or if you don't have a block, that's fine too. We're gonna inhale into a chair. So sit your hips low, look up. Again, hands can come to your heart. Make sure you don't burn. Your lower back is not arched. Pull the belly in. Sit your bum back. It's all on your quads. Toes should be moving. So look at your toes. Move them around. Your weight is in your heels. And then inhale all the way up. And exhale, center. We're going to inhale, arms come up. We exhale, fold forward, straight back as far as you can take it. Inhale, straight back up, halfway up, straighten the back. Exhale, lower down, bend into your knees. Inhale into that chair. Now we're gonna exhale down, grabbing the block and placing it next to your left foot. Keep the weight back in your heels. Your block's gonna be there. Or if you don't need a block, you can just reach for your toes and open up. You're going over your knee, but try not to push too hard into it. If you're pushing into your knee, make sure the knee is pushing back. So you don't want to have your knees coming together. We're twisting here. Hands can go behind your back. 2 more breaths. Keeping the knee the same distance apart. Make sure that they don't do this. They stay strong. Use your muscles. And exhale back down. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, center. Now go the other way. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Straighten those backs. Nice straight backs. Exhale, lower down. Knees are bent. Block comes towards your left foot, right foot. And again, you're going to place your left hand on it and twist into it. See, my knees are staying the same distance. I'm not pushing them together. Hips width apart. Look up. Hand can go behind your back and you're trying to open through your shoulders. Last 2 breaths. Hold the hips down. Toes are lifting. You can wiggle your toes. And then exhale back center. Inhale going all the way up. Exhale down. Now we're going to go into our vinyasa, which means more flow movement. So we are at the top of our mats. And we're going to take 2 breaths. Trying to slow down our breath. This was a little bit more intense. So inhale and really long exhales. Maybe one more. Next, inhale, both arms comes up. Exhale, fold forward, straight back. Inhale, halfway up. fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, hands on the floor, you step into a plank. Now you inhale, shift your weight forward, tuck those elbows in, or you can put the knees down, lower to the floor. Inhale into a cobra. Exhale into a downward dog. Right leg lift. Exhale, shift the weight forward, bring the foot between your hands. Inhale, up into a lunge. Hold it here for 2 breaths. Really sink those hips down towards the floor, straighten the back leg. Exhale, hands from the floor. Inhale, and as you exhale, step the back forward. Pull yourself down towards your knees. Inhale, slide your hands up, halfway up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale down. Inhale one more time. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide your hands up. Exhale, lower down into that plank. Shift your weight forward, lower down to the floor, through the knees or chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. A downward dog. This time, left leg lift. And as you exhale, shift the weight forward and bring it up. Inhale, low lunge. Sit it here. Let the hips go down. Straighten the back leg. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale here. Exhale, step the back forward. Pull yourself down towards your leg. Inhale, slide your fingertips up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale down. You're going to add more movement to that vinyasa. So inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide your fingertips up. Exhale, hands on the floor, step back. Inhale and exhale, lower yourself to the floor. Inhale, back bend, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg lift. And as you exhale, bring it forward. This time we're going to inhale, lift into that low lunge. We're going to exhale, open. So we're going away from our front knee. Hold it here, it's such a nice stretch. Last breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist the other way. So you can use your hand and pull that leg in. Use your hand to twist, but make sure that you're pushing the leg back as well. Don't let the leg come in. Last breath. Inhale up. Exhale. Body leans onto your belly. Onto your thighs. So it's like an airplane here. You're going to have your hands sideways or reaching forward. You're going to stay here for another 5 breaths. Or if you want a little bit more intensity, you're going to shift your weight forward into warrior 3. 4 more breaths. Either with the thigh on your belly on your thigh or in a warrior 3. Last breath. And then if you are in a warrior 3, bend into your front leg and gently let the foot come to the floor. All of us are going to turn our toes out and lift our body into warrior 2. Your front leg should be, I wouldn't say screaming, but it's working really hard. So you might feel it, a warrior 2. We're going to inhale, slide the back hand down. Reach the right hand over. And exhale forward into a side angle. Nice long body. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale. Back, exhale forward. Breathe, twist those fingertips. Nice long lines. And this time you're going to stay back for 3 breaths. Nice long breath. This is a time to maybe slow down your breath. So make your exhales longer than your inhales. And on your exhale, come forward. So you want to feel the warmth in your quad. And come down onto your, so your forearm comes onto your thigh. I want you to step your back foot a little bit further out so you can really sink down into it. So you can stay here, or you can go down towards the floor. But I want to try binding today. So you're going to start bringing the right hand underneath your right leg and reach with your left hand behind. This is a time where you can use your strap. Simply hold it with your left hand, let it slide behind your back, and the right hand's going to hold on to it. Breathe. You have 4 breaths. Pull the shoulder, your left shoulder open. And slowly releasing. Coming into that warrior 2. And slowly straighten the back. Turn the toes forward. Forward fold. This is your time to just gently sway side to side. If you want to use your knees, that's fine too. Bend into your knees and just take a 3 breaths just to relax here. Release that tension in our right quad. All right. And then settle in the center. Feet are right apart. I want you to push. So bend into your right leg or right knee. Push your weight onto that side. And then gently sway to the other side. So left knee bends. Let's do it one more time. Just to stretch through our inner thighs here a little bit more. And then the other side. So your whole body weight comes to your left side. And we're gonna twist our toes forward. Maybe step your feet a little bit more apart. Body comes forward too. And we go back into our low high lunge. So inhale, lift up. Now we're gonna work your left leg. Exhale, twist open. 2 more breaths. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist the other way. Again, make sure that your left leg is not pushed inside by your hand. Inhale, center. Exhale, belly on your thighs. So you can stay here for 5 breaths. You can even have the knee down. And you push yourself into that warrior 3. For 4 more breaths. And then slowly bending into the front leg if you're in warrior 3. Step your foot back. If your knee is down, lift it. Turn the toes forward into warrior 2. Inhale into a back bend here. A back bend, side bend. Exhale forward. Side angle. 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Nice long lines. Big stretch. Next time you're back, you stay there. Breathe, 3 breaths. And then slowly forward into that right angle. And you can stay here. I like to put my foot a little bit further out. Or you can kind of hand down. Or if you want to try the binding, just bring that left hand around your left leg and grab. Right hand goes behind your back and you're trying to interlace the fingers. Or you can use a strap. 2 more breaths. Keep shoulder opening through the shoulder. And then slowly releasing back up into that warrior 2. Step the foot forward. Forward bend. And then gently move side to side. Maybe bring your feet a little bit closer together. And then straighten the back, fingers on the floor. Push your hips back. Bring your body weight a little bit more forward into your toes. Bring your arms up. And exhale all the way up to standing. Walk your feet together. And we're going to grab our strap. And we do one more balancing pose here. So if you don't have a strap, you don't have to use it. If you are flexible, you can grab your toes and straighten it up. Or you can just hold onto your leg and then gently straightening out. I like to use a strap for this one. So we're gonna put our right foot into the strap and hold it on the inside of your leg. So your left foot is trying to balance here. So you wanna have your toes, your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel pushing the same pressure into the floor. If you can, squeeze your standing leg. So squeeze that glute and engage the front of your leg. Now we're gonna start lifting. So right hand, left hand is gonna be left hand, right hand, whichever feels better. You'll hold the leg up, stretch the leg out, push through the heel out so you feel the stretch in the back. And you can go as high as you like. And if you're ready, you can open the leg to the side. Keep the hips forward, squeeze that glute, balance, and up, side, hips. Push through the heel. And then slowly bring the leg back forward and release. Perfect. Switch the side. So this time your right foot is pushing, it's grounding into the floor. Left foot comes into the strap. You're gonna squeeze the right glute. Tighten through the front of your thigh here so your quad muscles turn on. But don't let the knee go completely straight. And start lifting. Wherever it may be today. Feel the stretch. Push through the heel forward. Pull in the belly. If you're ready, you can start opening to the side. And it's not about how high you go with the leg. It's how stable you feel. So wherever the leg may be, push through the heel. Pull in the belly. Squeeze your glute. Balance. Slowly bring the leg back forward if you have it on the side. Bend into the knee. Release. Perfect. So let's finish the class on the floor. So we'll go there through a vinyasa. So if you want to do a little bit of a hip movement. All right. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale. Both arms come up. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale, fingertips over to your knees, straight back. Exhale, hands on the floor, step into that plank. Lower down to the floor through chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, child's pose. Let's take another 2 breaths. And then slowly warm your hands back up. This is a time to just slow down our breath and do a little bit more stretching. So I want you to sit with your feet together. Sometimes having a block underneath you, underneath your glutes or a pillow. We're gonna, soles of our feet are together slightly, not too close to your groin, just far further out in front of you. I want you to sit nice and tall. Think of someone's pulling your spine straight up towards the ceiling. Nice straight body here. Relax the shoulders. And then keep that straight back and lean forward. Grabbing your foot or both of your feet, just kind of pulling yourself forward. Straight back. Keep the straightness until you no longer can. That's where you can relax. This is a great way to stretch through your lower backs, your inner thighs. Just relax here for about 5 breaths. One more breath. And then slowly walk yourself back up. Let's lean back a little bit. Bring your feet in front of you and just gently rock them side to side. Okay, coming back up. We'll come into a deer pose. So I want you to bring the right leg in front of you. And if you need to have support for your knees with the blocks or pillows, feel free to do that. So one leg is in front of you, the other one comes behind you. You're trying to sit this way so you can see me. So about 90 degrees in your front leg, 90 degrees in your back leg. You're trying to keep the sits bone on the floor. If they don't come up, that's okay too, whatever feels good. But you can just stay here. I'm going to slowly lean forward. You can use blocks if you want to stay higher up. Or you can just simply start leaning forward. It's almost like a pigeon, but the back leg is bent. Pushing that knee down towards the floor. Try to push sits bones into the floor and breathe. Last 2 breaths. And then slowly walk yourself back up. And let's switch the sides. So you can just either twist to the other side, or you can reposition yourself. So the front leg, left leg is in front of you. Put about 90 degrees in their angle. Sit nice and tall. And start leaning forward. You might feel a difference from side to side. Try to keep at least the left sit bone on the floor. We'll stay here for another 2 rounds of breath. And then slowly walk yourself back up. So we'll finish our practice with a little bit of a neck stretch. More the stretch, more like a strengthening of your necks. So I want us to sit with our feet in front of us, slightly apart. And I want you to, again, think about your spine as being nice and straight and someone's pulling it up from the crown of your head. So no slouching here. Push almost like trying to squeeze the gently squeeze the shoulder blades together. But don't allow the ribs to open up either. So pull in the belly, ribs are tucked in. We allow the legs to fall to the right side. You might have to readjust your body to be able to put your knees onto the floor. And again, if they don't go to the floor, don't worry about it. Nice straight back. You're going to look away. So we're going to look to the left. Straight spine, look over. Stay here for another 2 breaths or 3. Let's do 3 more rounds. Keep looking away. And then slowly bring the gaze back forward. The legs come in center. Let's do the other side. So allow the legs to fall up. You can adjust your hands. Nice straight spine. Looking forward. Trying to keep the hips down to the floor. And then look away. Looking to the right. Keeping the body straight. Squeeze gently. Shoulder blades and ribs are in. And then slowly coming back with your hat. Lifting through your legs. And become cross-legged. Almost there. So now we're going to strengthen our necks many times because we look down at different electronics or TVs. This is a time to strengthen our necks. That's why they sometimes feel they're tense, but you will do better strengthening your necks than actually stretching them. So we'll start with a little bit of stretch and followed by strength. So your hands come behind your head. Elbows come down and you gently look down. Allow the hands to weigh you down, feeling that stretch. And slowly come back up. And this time you can either use your hands or you can grab your block. And that flat part, long part, it's going to be tucked underneath where your skull meets your neck. I want you to angle it up towards the ceiling gently. Hold on to the block with both hands. Elbows come towards your face or your ears. And I want you to gently pull in the belly, keep the ribs in, and you push the head gently into that block, and you're pushing the block forward into your head. Again, gentle, doesn't have to be hard, but it's like you're trying to pop your skull off your neck. So pressure both ways, your head goes back, the block comes forward. Keeps elbows in. Now release the pressure, take a moment, we'll do it 2 more times. So again, chin is nice and parallel to the floor, push it back, like you're pushing the head into your headrest, but the headrest is pushing back into you. Keeping elbows in, pull in the belly, and release 1 more time. If you don't have the block, use your hands. Push it back, gentle but firm. Don't let the chin come up. And then release. Let the hands and block go. And maybe you might feel a little bit of a pullback as your neck muscles are strengthening here. Do the same thing on the side. So gently pull your head down towards your ear. And you're gentle. You can push the shoulder down and away like you're pushing your hands to the floor. And then, keeping that pressure in your hand, the gentle pressure, you're going to push the head into your hand. It's like you're preventing it from coming back center with your hand. Hold it. Strengthen those neck muscles. And release 1 more time, just gentle again, doesn't have to be forceful. And then release. And try see if you get a little bit more range of motion out of that side. And let's go the other way. So starting with gentle pull, pushing the hand to the floor, shoulder away from your ear. And then come back with the head, but prevent that movement from by your hand. So the hand is pushing down, but head is trying to come up. Release it, and 1 more time, push. And then release. Move your head side to side, up and down. Shoulders. And let's come down onto the floor and into Shavasana. So get yourself ready. If you like to be at the wall with your feet up, I like to end my class with a little bit of my feet in the air. So I like to put the block underneath my hips, but if you don't have pillow or block, simply lift the legs up. Allow your feet to come up and your hands to come up. And breathe here for a moment. You deserve this nice break. We work really hard throughout the class, and this is your time to just relax. And slowly lowering the feet back to the floor. And we're going to lift the hips into a bridge for a moment. Squeeze your glutes, hold it there, push your heels into the floor. Hands are next to your body. Keep holding it in the bridge, please. We're back in the bridge. And slowly lower down. And this is the time to just relax. So get yourself set up for the Shavasana the way you like. I like to turn my palms up towards the ceiling to allow the shoulders open up a little bit more, put them into external rotation. And just breathing deeply into our belly. Noticing the breath again. Slowing it down. Allow your body to just grow heavy. Feeling the warmth we've created. We'll stay here for another 6 rounds of breath. And if you do have the time to stay longer in your Shavasana, feel free to just stay there as long as you like. But for the rest of you, we need to go on with your days. I would like you to take another deep breath in and out. The longest exhale you can give me. And on your next inhale, bringing the arms up and over towards behind, if there was a back wall behind you. And then slowly turning to your one side. We'll take another 2 long breaths on our side. And whenever you're ready, gently push yourself up to seated position. Once you get there, sit nice and tall. Straighten that spine again when someone's pulling you up towards the ceiling through your crown of your head. And we'll take another 3 breaths in here, moving our arms. And as you exhale, I want you to just let it all out. Let the air out through your mouth. So inhale, arms come up. And exhale. Inhale. One more time. Thank you so much for joining me this lovely Tuesday. It's a really hot day, so stay cool and have the great rest of the week. I'll see you next Tuesday. Namaste. And again, let me know if you have any suggestions or comments. I'd like to hear them, so feel free to post them here. Yeah, and stay tuned next Tuesday.